Here we introduce the new pre-plot checks available to all subscription levels. This new feature operates transparently and checks your manufacturing output plot files to ensure they do not contain duplicate layer selections. If an error is detected, a warning message will pop up for you to resolve the error. We now provide an overview of the manufacturing outputs and why these pre-plot checks are of value. This is particularly useful for our new users. When manufacturing outputs is launched, the plot form is similar to this. The column to the left are the plots that will be produced. Each will be a separate Gerber file and contain data only relevant to that plot. The tabs highlighted in the red box are only relevant to the plot file highlighted. In this case, the documentation plot. The Output tab shows the typical required settings. The Layers tab, which is to be the topic of this video, shows the documentation layer is selected to be used for the documentation plot. The important point is that no other layers are selected to be included in the plot file. The Settings and Positions tabs are also appropriate only to the selected plot file. These are covered in the Help file. Here we will concentrate on the Layers tab. Examining the top copper plot, the layers correctly show only the top copper layer is selected. Selecting Run will plot all the selected plots. The new pre-plot checks flags a warning that it found the top copper layer included in two plot files. We select No and then investigate which plot files contain the top copper layer. Top silk, solder resist and copper plots are correct. The top copper paste plots has the top copper layer selected. This is also correct and is not the cause of the reported error. The reason it is correct is the PCB design, in this case, does not have a copper paste layer defined as shown in the Design Technology Layers tab. The required top copper paste plot derives the required information from the top copper layer. Examining the Layer 2 plot reveals our error. The plot has the correct Layer 2 selected, but wrongly also includes the top copper layer. Without this pre-plot check, the manufactured boards would have been wasted. To correct, toggle the top copper layer to No, and the correct plot will be produced when you select Run. However, before we do, a further point often missed by beginners is that the manufacturers require a PCB board outline. This is covered in other tutorials, but one method is to add the board outline to the top copper plot. Board outline, which is within brackets, is not an actual layer, so it can be selected without generating any pre-plot warnings. Click Run and all the plots will be generated along with a plot report. You may ask, why can multiple layers be selected in a plot file when only one is normally required? An example is if you are producing PDF plots for documentation, which we will now illustrate. Use the Auto Generate button and select PDF. A good point is to always start with Auto Generate and select required plot type. Now we deselect all the plots and enable the three plots we require for our documentation: silkscreen, top and bottom copper. In this case, we wish for the silkscreen plot to combine the top and bottom copper layers, so these are also selected. Now select Run and the warning is issued. However, as it is as required, we select Yes to continue and our required PDF plots are produced.